Hi there. Today I'm going to talk to you about my Coast Apex Curve Lounger, or Apex Curve L, wellness spa with 50 jets. As you can see, it's got 50 jets here. Lounge seat. Has a 24-inch waterfall there, and then two laminar fountains there. Mine has been upgraded a bit to include the aromatherapy, the optional air blower with 18 additional stainless steel jets. These are actually 7 brake horsepower or 7 horsepower Monster Flow pumps right there. I've got the ozone system attached, the little refresh button, and then this is a slate. This is a black Obsidian Slate cabinet. Looks way cooler when the cover's on. And then it has a little photo sensor and button for the corner lights up here, which can be adjusted to have one or all 3 of those LEDs on. We have the extreme lighting package with gems. I don't know what that means. It looks like, so we've got little waterline LEDs, change color, 1 illuminated volcano jet. The water features are illuminated, as are the cup holders up here. And of course, the air diverters are the little air valves and big old diverter valves. This also has 4 flush mount speakers, and they do have LEDs in them that go along with your music. The DM6 docking bay, which I'll talk about later, and a subwoofer. It's got a subwoofer built in. So let's take a minute. First of all, the configuration of jets here is fantastic. I really like the way they did it. With the upgraded pumps, it is possible to get phenomenal pressure out of pretty much all the jets in the tub. We have the Aquasol foot massagers, which I really enjoy. A little goofy with the controls for them because they do need full power going to them through the diverters to work. And the way the diverters are set up here, you can't get full power to both of them at the same time. You can get them moving, but not quite to where you want to have both of them going at the same time. This is the wellness spa. Originally I had ordered a Apex Luxury Curve with 56 jets, but for the 2019 models they no longer made they no longer made a 56 jet, and I ended up getting upgraded from the Luxury series to the Wellness series due to that. This does have the impulse jets. We've got 2 right there at the small of your back in this captain seat, and then 4 smaller ones directly under the waterfall. I should note, I have not figured out how to remove those impulse jets to swap them with other ones. I don't know if it's possible. I'm told it is, but they do not unscrew at least as easily as all the other jets. All the other jets are interchangeable with the tub running and everything. Yeah, the impulse jets, those little ones with the white ball sticking out, I've not been able to remove. I'd like to remove them because the two on the outside there are just wider than anyone in our house's back. So I would like to move them somewhere else. These are cool. Basically, it's the jet has that little ball in there, and the ball will vibrate when pressed against, and is a remarkably pleasant sensation. The optional air blower, hopefully this clarifies some things for some people. The 18 stainless steel jets are just little salt shaker top looking jets, and they bubble water straight up. I was perhaps misinformed when I purchased this option. I thought, you know, that the air blower would provide additional air into the regular jets, and that I would be getting 18 additional, you know, water and air jets. That's not the case. These are just air. Something to consider there is if you're in a colder climate, as I am right now. It's been snowing a little bit. Today's not too cold. We are in a enclosed gazebo here. It's not an insulated gazebo, but it is enclosed. When you're in a situation like that, that air that comes out of the little air jets is not heated. It is cold air, which makes a tremendous amount of steam. Is a pleasant sensation being in hot water with little bubbles of cold air running past you, but it does dramatically cool your water. This is something that you know, might be good if you have small children and you like your water at, say, 104 degrees. Maybe they prefer it a little bit cooler because, well, they're children, and you shouldn't have children in 104 degree water for very long at all. But do keep in mind, it makes a lot of steam and cools your water. Some people might also find the sensation of cold air running past them in a hot tub unpleasant. I find it pleasant. We can turn these on here. And as you can see, it does produce a lot of steam. I've got some exhaust fans pulling air up here. It is a powerful little pump. Moving on to the control panel, though. Control panel is nice. It is a high quality feeling control panel. I believe it almost feels like glass, like you would have on a smartphone. It does not have a cheap plastic feel. It feels like nice glass. The controls are crisp. You don't need to press hard. Works well when your fingers are wet. It can rotate so that when you're in the tub, it see my water cooled down already from that. You can flip around, go to your jets here. Got 2 speeds for each set of jets, plus a blower. Lights, got on blue. If you press these twice, it'll change the color. With one rotating set of colors where it'll kind of go through all of them. There we go. So we see our pumps are on for the number 1 jets on the low speed. Gets our waterfall going. We'll turn this up a little bit. Turn on our second set of jets. We can reach into the water right over here, right down there, and that is, oh, get my sleeve wet, but that is, so we turn on our laminars. And they're adjustable, you can turn them down larger or smaller or however you want. Normally I don't have the waterfall on quite this strong, but it is cool to look at. Getting a little steamy in here. So we'll turn this back down. And we go, we'll step back. You can see our little purification chamber here has just the LEDs. They go through the same colors, which would be cool if you could actually see it with the cover on. Guys, take a step back here. The cover lift, you do need about 20 inches of clearance behind it in order to open it. So keep that in mind. Also, it goes high when it opens. I have to turn off the fans before I close the cover because there are clearance issues there. So if you're planning on putting one of these in a enclosed area with fans above or lighting or whatnot, do be careful. You may run into clearance issues. Maybe install those after you figure out how high it needs to open. So a couple other features I really like. I use a spa frog here, and there is a little cubby here to put your spa frog in. Drains the water out. It is the perfect place for it. I think that was well designed for sure. As you can see, we have many of the jets that are capable of spinning, which is cool. The lounge seat has enough power to almost knock you out of the chair, but never quite. You end up floating in an inch above the bottom, but you never get knocked out of it. It is well thought out. This captain's chair here has those little impulse jets down below, and some pretty powerful jets all around. Little hip jets, which are incredibly helpful to me. Going over to the other side, we do have this little half seat there. Don't be fooled by the tiny jets in it. This seat can put out more pressure than any other seat in the tub. It is a phenomenal little seat, and whoever, if you're having a party, someone gets stuck in the smaller seat, they will not be disappointed. It is a remarkably pleasant place to sit, and is slightly higher so you can cool down there. Moving on, have another captain's seat here with giant rotating jets in there, and then a bunch of small pinpoint pressure jets above. Again, this is a tremendously powerful seat, and does an admirable job of massaging your back differently than the other captain's seat. All the seats are very different, and each one will relieve different parts of your body than the other. Another little half seat over there. It's got 3 jets in it, is raised. It is not as powerful as the other smaller seat, but it is still a pleasant place to hang out. Has a little bit bigger seating area, and those wonderful air jets in there. One thing to consider also, there is illumination inside of the skimmer grate, which is cool. Fit and finish, I love this thing. It is an incredibly attractive tub, and for the most part seems incredibly well built. A couple of the jets, you can see you get a little wobble in them. Overall not bad. This one does run all the time. I had to take it out. Maybe there's a missing O-ring or something, or maybe maybe it's designed that way. I don't know. Everything else inside the tub is phenomenally well assembled. I love it to death. In the cabinet, a couple things I need to take care of. Some of the screws aren't quite all the way in, and then maybe been running at an angle. Again, those are hidden; you can't see them, and I don't believe there's any. They provide much structural support, but yeah, that is one of the few negatives. Is this one little cabinet screw not quite in all the way. Other than that, this thing is no problems, no nothing. Everything's great. No leaks. Something to keep in mind: we've got our filter area in here, and when you start this up for the first time, make sure you tighten this little air bleeder here. It will drain down there and then come out the back at the rear of your tub, and you'll be scratching your head wondering why your brand new tub's leaked. Well, it has nothing to do with the tub and everything to do with myself not fully reading the startup instructions. That's it for my review. Again, if I were asked if I wanted to buy one of these again, 1,000 times yes. This has been wonderful for us. It is beautiful. It's well appointed. It is a value for the money, and I might be convinced to pay slightly more for it than I did if I had to do it all over again. This has been wonderful for us. Oh, one other thing. The only other fitment issue I ran into is, if you see over here, this skimmer grate. See over here, we've got kind of some clearance behind it. On this side, there is no clearance. It is very difficult to take the skimmer grate on and off. But yeah, so skimmer grate's difficult to take on and off. One screw was loose, and everything else has been absolutely wonderful. This has been the most honest and complete review I can think of giving you. And yeah, buy one of these things. You won't be disappointed.